Hi there, folks. We're Travel with Johnny and Will, and we want to tell you about our stay at the Maldron Hotel at Dublin Airport. We drove down from Belfast for a one night stay, as we had an early morning flight to catch as we head to Barcelona, where we've now boarded our cruise ship. So we drove straight down. Everything was plain sailing, and we got a car park space right at the front door. I don't think we could have asked for a better space.
No, definitely not. No.
And the price we paid included a week's parking as well there. So we have left my car there for us to return home in a week's time.
And as we were trying to find that space at the front of the hotel, we basically drove around the entire hotel, and there was plenty of on-site parking, which is not always the case when you park and fly and stay.
Yeah. So whenever you get to the front of the hotel, there is steps up, but there is a ramp access to the left hand side. The ramp is quite narrow. I would hate to have to push a wheelchair up that, but it was fine for our cases. And then I have to say that the reception area was lovely and airy, and that's whenever we had arrived.
Yeah, so when we got to reception, there was 3 desks that were manned. I think there was only one person at the time who was busy, so we decided to use the 2 self-service kiosks. And they were actually quite easy to use, apart from that time when you had to register the key cards.
Yeah.
But we eventually got it. And then the guy from the hotel came over to help us, and then he actually validated our car parking, which was a bit funny that they couldn't link that into the self-service. And a person still had to come and do that. So, yeah, a bit weird in that, actually.
But it gave us a chance then to chat to him about the times that the shuttle bus operated. It is the Maldron is the closest hotel to the airport, but they do have a shuttle bus that takes you there, and whenever you need to go. But more about that later on.
So we made our way to the room, and luckily for us, the room was on the same floor as reception, which meant no lifts or stairs. And yeah, so upon entering the room, it was a pretty spacious room, not the biggest hotel room ever. It was quite narrow, but yeah, pretty comfortable and fresh room.
Yeah, so basically as you come in through the door, on the left hand side you have like an area for hanging up your clothes, and then on the right hand side you had your bathroom, which was quite spacious. There was step-in shower, and then you had tea and coffee making facilities and a little area underneath that for your case to go into.
Yeah, luggage storage, yeah.
It was a double room that we had booked. The bed, I didn't really sleep that well in the bed.
It was definitely bigger than a double mattress. I think it was a king mattress, but the bed itself was on wheels on the floor, so that moved all the time. And then the mattress, as soon as someone of us tossed or turned, the other person felt it like the whole time.
Yeah.
So it was really not that great. I think it would have been okay if it was for a single person, because then nobody else would have been disturbing them and he wouldn't have been rolling about as much. But for 2 people, I don't think it really was that good.
Yeah, I didn't have a great night's sleep. I think that tied with the anxiety you get whenever you have to get up really early in the morning, and you're afraid of sleeping in. I think that made me anyway toss and turn a bit more. But in the room also we had a little sort of sofa and coffee table, which was great just whenever we were chilling in the evening time. And then you had your desk area with your lamp and TV and everything on the wall.
One of the things I liked about the bed and the bedside cabinets was that each side had sockets and USBs.
That's right, yeah.
Which is always good. It's really handy at night just to plug. Everybody's got devices. They always need charge, so it's just really handy to have them right there.
So you can arrange in the morning for a wake-up call, and also on the desk we notice a little paper bag, which is a grab and go
Grab and grow or grab and go?
Grab and go breakfast. So basically this little bag, on the back of it, you tick which 3 items you want. I think it was $7.95, and you tick which 3 items you want, hang it on your door, and then basically they fill it during the night, so that if you just want then in the morning to have, say, juice and a croissant or something like that whenever you're running into the airport, that it's there for you, which I thought was a really good idea.
I think it was a good idea, but it was 3 items, and it literally was like a tea, a coffee, orange juice, some type of juice. Then it
Pastries.
was pastries, and then it was like a piece of fruit,
Yeah.
and that was it. Is it? So yeah, I'm not sure I would avail of it, but
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
is a
if
bit.
you
It is a bit on the expensive side, but I suppose realistically, by the time you paid for a coffee and a croissant, maybe in the airport, it
oh
would
you,
probably
yeah,
be the
you
same
would,
price.
yeah.
But it was a good option, I thought. We didn't avail of it. We were getting up at like 4 in the morning. We couldn't have had breakfast, or I couldn't
No.
have had anything at that time. But it was a good idea.
So after checking out the room, we were feeling a bit peckish, and we went downstairs to have a look to see where there was to eat. And there was two options at the Maldron at the airport: the on-site restaurant, or there was food at the bar as well. We had a look through the on-site restaurant menu, and there was really nothing on it that I fancied.
Yeah, there was. Yeah, me
Yeah.
either. There was maybe one or two things, but I'd really be pushing.
Yeah,
pick.
so we went for the pub grub.
Yeah, so we went into the bar. It's a lovely bar area.
Mhm.
It was quite busy. A
And
lot
it was
of-
big, and a lot of
yeah.
different wee areas, and at the other side of the bar there's like a wee coffee shop. It was like split.
To be honest with you, the one thing I didn't really like about it though was for eating in the bar, there was a lot of low tables where the tables maybe sort of like, well, no, the table. The
Like a
tables-
high table but a low
low
seat.
seat.
Yeah.
So we opted then to sit at like a high-rise bench table thing, which was okay.
Yeah.
So I had the roasted vegetable soup, and it came with a bit of wheaten bread, and it was really, I really liked it. It was really yummy.
I know, I sort of wish I'd got that. I had the vegetable pakora, and you know the way sometimes you think you'll get like 3 little pakora parcels and then you'll get a wee bit of a side salad. This was just like there was like 10 of those balls, and it was just very floury, and yeah, I don't know. It was okay. I did eat 9 of them. So
By the way, this is an evening where Will made all the wrong choices.
Yeah, it
okay,
was.
with the food. I then had a chicken burger. It's not the best. It wasn't the best chicken burger I had, if I'm being honest. But like, I'm not like I'm not like a Michelin star chef or anything here.
no.
But it was just an average chicken burger, with chips, and yeah, it was okay. It was just okay.
And I had the cheeseburger, added the bacon, added onion rings. Thought the onion rings were going to come on the side, came on the burger. In terms of the burger, I just thought that the patty itself, I'm not a thick patty person. I prefer like a really thin patty, but also it wasn't seasoned right. I don't know. I didn't really like it. I had about half of the actual burger, didn't I? And then got sick of it. I was like,
Anybody
no.
that watches our videos will know Will likes a real cheap burger.
Thanks, Charlie.
And he hates me saying that, but literally, if it's about 5% beef, he's okay with that. But anything like more than that, he's like, no, it's too flavoursome or what. So yeah, but he didn't really eat it at all. You had the chips, and
And no, but even the chips were very lightly out of the fryer. They were so pale. They could have done with 2 or 3 more minutes.
it was just.
But I'm not the chef, so
Yeah. It was just. I think you just made the wrong choices, and then
Yeah.
that sort of got your back up about the salt wouldn't have tasted right. I think with
yeah,
that meal
it
last night.
wasn't the best.
It
meal.
just wasn't
No.
the best
No.
meal, and I think for the money we paid for it, I think sort of that could have been a bit better. If
Yeah.
I'm being honest. So afterwards, we went back to our room. We thought we'd hit the vending machine, because you only had half your dinner. But there was this little lady she was American, and dear help her, she had like fed the machines with money, and they didn't seem to be working.
No, and then we were trying to help her. It kept saying out of order, but only at once you'd done a sequence of numbers.
Yeah, so the
don't
vending
know.
machines weren't working, sadly. So that was a non-starter for us, and so we just headed back to our room then to chill. So in the morning, we were up really early to go to the airport. As I said earlier, there is a little shuttle bus that can take you there. I used the word little because, as you can see in the footage, it was a little mini bus.
It was like an extended transit van or sprinter van.
And we were sort of standing there with a group of other people. Of course, people are going on holiday. They have a case each.
There was families.
And everything. So there wasn't enough room on the bus for us all. The bus runs every 20 minutes. Thankfully, we were sort of up early and probably ahead of schedule a bit.
Yeah.
So we decided to walk, and actually the driver turned around and says, "Oh well, you can walk. It's 3 minute walk. Well, it's not 3 minutes, my friend, but it's not a long
Google
walk."
said it was 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And it probably was 10 minutes
Yeah,
right
10
into
yeah.
the, check-in. Yeah, definitely.
A 10 minute dander, which was fine. However, it was disappointing in that if it had been raining, we would have got soaked.
Yeah, because there was another shuttle bus behind with no sign of a driver for that, even though there was us two and there was another guy standing.
And another couple.
Yeah, so they could have ran it, I guess. It wasn't the biggest bus, and that's the issue, I think.
The disappointing thing was, had the weather been worse, we wouldn't have wanted to walk, or if we had been maybe with my mum or my aunt to have walked.
Well, they couldn't have walked
that. Because we would have then had to been pushing cases for them and everything as well. And the thing was, like, the bus, there was nobody really on the bus that was going to turn right and say, well, actually, you're fit to walk and, you're not. So, so it was a bit disappointing. I think maybe they should offer, like, a booking service for the bus so that they could at least know if they think they're going to have to run the second bus. That might help, I think. But, look, we got to the airport. Would we go back there?
So, two positives for me were proximity to the airport and the ability that we could walk it.
Yes.
Ease of parking was great.
Yeah.
And the room generally was great. Things I didn't like were the mattress and the bar meal.
Yeah. I think probably I would stay there again.
I think, I would stay again.
But we would hit McDonald's across the street.
Yeah.
There's a McDonald's, but probably would be a 10-minute walk. We could see the Golden Arch from the hotel.
Yeah.
I think we would hit McDonald's.
Definitely.
Yeah. So we would stay again, because it was very handy to the airport, and the room was a good size, and the facilities were okay, but we just hit McDonald's in future. So, so that's our stay. That's about our stay. One night, it did cost us about €239. Which I think is about, what, 220 quid?
Yeah, but if you take the parking out of that, and then, it was a good enough deal.
Yeah, it was a good enough deal.
If you like this video, please consider giving us a thumbs up down below, and click subscribe and ring that bell so you don't miss out on any future content. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.
Bye.